Hello everybody, and welcome back to Pravus Gaming and More Plague Inc. Evolved Custom Scenarios. I found something that I want to play, for my own benefit, for reasons you'll understand in just a moment. It's called, let's see if I can find it again, the Peruvian Colts. Where are you? Where'd you go? There you are, perfect, by Giovanni Barcarolo. You may see my icon right here. Some of you guys already know where this is going. With the rising fame of Pravus Gaming, I don't know about that, but I appreciate it, a cult has started in the Pravus Fan Club Discord, of which consists of many maniacs and madmen, all of which praise the only true god, Pravus, and spread his word around the planet. You are Pravus, I am, aren't I? And you shall guide their way in this world, guide their every action with your godly voice. Ooh. I don't think my voice has ever been described as godly, but I like it. Give your divine orders, and they shall act accordingly. Misspelled. For you are infinite. For you are life and death. For you are truth and lies. For you are Pravus, and Pravus be praised. Alright, so the reason I have to give this a shot, for those of you who have frequented my Discord channel, you know this is totally true. A cult has started up in my, my fan club chat, which is pretty darn hilarious to watch, and I do interact with it sometimes in kind of fun roleplay ways. There's a lot of burnings of heretics, a lot of praise Pravuses and all that stuff. Just try it sometime. Sign into the Discord channel and just type in like praise Pravus and just sort of see what happens. It's pretty funny. Nurex Worm, for it's the only one you can control your followers, while Necro would just kill them after a while. Oh, you know, that's a good point. I wouldn't want my followers to just plop over dead when I was done. And then you had a GPU drivers problem that... Oh, interesting. Huh. Okay, well, probably should get that fixed. Let's give it a shot. Nurex Worm, ATP Boost, Darwinist, Terrasite Extremophile, and Symptostasis on normal difficulty. It is the Pravian Cult. You are Pravus! You are God! Hail Pravus! Hail me! For we, your children, beg of you, from your infinite wisdom, to guide us with your eternal might, to conquer and subjugate this tainted heretic planet. For you, oh, the only true God, to guide us in our crusade to spread your word on this tainted rock. Praise Pravus, and praise be. You know, one of the things I like about this, so I would be inclined to criticize the over-excessive use of commas, but it kind of works for a religious text, doesn't it? There we go. For you are the true God, guide the followers of your cult, true tout the planet, and conquer and subjugate. It's just subjugate, by the way, no L. The planet under your words, for you are the true God. I'm going to start in the United States. Why not? If we're going to be playing as me, then we might as well start off in my home state of Virginia. All right, transmissions, here we go. The first cultists. Your cultists start to spread the word about you. You gain more followers. Infectivity, severity, mutation, I'm guessing. Slight bonus to all types of infectivity. Well, that's incredibly valuable. I'll pick that up. Heck yes. Insects. Your cult's engineers... Do we have a lot of other engineers in my cult? I think I'm the only one that I know of. There might be others, though. I don't know. Praise Pravus and all that. Start to produce mechanical mini-insects, which they deposit a modified Nurex Worm egg on the victim. Well, that's just borderline terrifying, isn't it? More cultists, because you can never have enough. The truth of your words attract more followers, and thus even more cultists. Infectivity, severity, and mutation chance. More insects, they step up their game to even bigger insects, okay. Pravian Nurex Worms. The modified neural worms emerge in the victim's body and go to their brain, or they leave the body and crawl with their tentacles to infect others. Worms with tentacles, yes indeed. Infectivity and severity. I think you mean tendrils. That's usually what's used here. Symptoms, we have neural breach, which appears to be pretty standard. We'll also go for the cerebral tendrils. So I'm not seeing any custom symptoms here yet, though again with a bunch of GPU issues. Maybe there's a reason behind it, I'm not too sure. Cold resistance level 1, heat resistance, drug resistance has been moved over here for some reason, and Trojan planes. Okay, so far it kind of looks like it's just custom transmissions. I really hope that the developer didn't publish this just kind of a test, and then is going to get upset that I, like, picked it up before it was done. Although, to be fair, if you're going to do that, then you probably shouldn't publish it. But then again, I don't know. Maybe. It could. I don't know. Either way, I'm hoping that it turns out to be good. Let's go for the Pravian Nurex Worms. That opens up genetic swap. worms become able to exchange genetic material inside the victim's body, more infectation and mutation chance. Not sure that I want a mutation chance right now, but I guess we'll go for more cultists, because why not? And a new rising religion. Your cult grows into a proper religion, and they praise you for your greatness, and thus starts the sacrifices of heretics. Oh, Dragon will be pleased, I have no doubt. All right, wonderful. This is good fun. You know, I love my Discord channel. I really do. I know a lot of people ask me, how do you feel about the fact that you have this weird cult thing? Personally, I'm of the opinion that if you have a YouTube community kind of building around you, you can't really control it. It's going to evolve naturally and organically however it's going to evolve. And the more you try to control it, honestly, the more it's probably going to backfire. So while I would say under normal circumstances a cult might make me a little uncomfortable, it is all in good fun, and it is pretty hilarious to see what results out of it. And if that's what people want to do, you know what? Fine, let's go for it. I'll play along and we have some fun. It's really great. And the people of the Discord channel are legitimately fun people. I enjoy talking with them. Anyways, so we have Water 1 and 2. It looks like you could just jump straight to Water 2, so I'm guessing the developer didn't intend that. Want to make sure you check your gating mechanism, so you have to get 1 before you can get 2. Let's go ahead and pick up a couple levels of both of those, though. I could go for the better stuff, but I mean, let's play it the way the developer clearly intended it. Better insects? Sure, why not? More insects, and we have a religion and genetic swap. RNG worms, too. Let's start with level 1. There we go. RNG worms. Lots of RNA strands, which is, I think, ribonucleic acid. Leads to frequent replication errors when regenerating, and that means worms become more random amongst themselves. And then level 2, the sequel, worms go ballistic on RNA, causing... for a second, I read that, and I thought it was an M. The R and the A kind of blended to me, and I thought it was go ballistic on Ma. I'm like, what are you going to do to my poor Ma? Causing massive increased mutation. Seriously, this is some next-level stuff. Super mutation. Okay, I'll be careful about that. Corpse worms! Worms are attracted to corpses. Who would have guessed? They flock to corpses like birds to bread, corpse transmission, and an absolute metric ton of infectivity. I'll go out on a limb here and say the developer might have a little bit overpowered the scenario. Might want to tone down the infectivity just a wee little bit, because that's really freaking strong. And then we can go for even more corpse worms, which ironically are worth far less than level 1. Worms eat the body like kids eat candy. Well, that's a fun analogy. And they lay eggs everywhere on the body to make sure they can infect someone if they come by. Even more corpse transmission. Probably don't need more infectivity at this point. Let's go for the adrenergic constriction. Hey, we do have something down here. There's adoration. Well, that's a little early. That can't possibly lead to the ascendancy. Let's go for the axiolytic infusion. Psychosis. Devotion makes sense. And then there's transcendence. Treating the Nurex worm as an eternal god. No! Treating Pravus as the eternal god. And we seem to be infecting absolutely freaking everything. Who needs Trojan planes? Absolutely unnecessary. My curiosity, though... Oh, yeah, there is some lethality. I was going to say, are there any lethal options here? Because the description sort of implied that you don't want to have your followers just sort of drop dead. Also, I don't want to say that my followers are a bunch of zombies, mindless zombies who follow me around. I'd rather say that they're brainwashed to love me. It makes sense. But yeah, there are some lethal options. That's fun. Let's go for Transcendence. That leads to Obsession. It looks like there are a couple of different ways to get to Transcendence. So once we're here, we probably could just stop. And if that's the case, let's go ahead and pick up some air transmission. Let's pick up some RNG worms for the heck of it. How are we doing as far as getting into... We're just missing a few islands. Probably don't need to go for Trojan planes, but what the heck, let's do it. We'll also pick up some cold transmission, heat transmission, drug transmission, and everything else to make it a little faster. Get to Greenland since they did shut down the port, like a bunch of dummies. And we got into Madagascar naturally. Good. So all we should be missing at this point is New Guinea, who somehow have managed to avoid the word of Pravus, and everyone just had a brain aneurysm and started dying. They loved me too much, clearly. Okay, what else are we missing here? We do have aphasia, we do have brain hemorrhage, so the symptoms have been reworked a little bit. No custom descriptions, and I think the scenario could really do with it. There's a lot you can do, honestly. Just spend like 10 freaking minutes on the Discord channel and reading out some of the stuff that people say. Maybe that would be enough, I don't know. But either way, no healthy people left in the world, only 1 million dead, and we should win right now. There we go, we've enslaved humanity, all shall worship me. I am the first person in the world to have 7 billion subscribers. Look at me go. The whole world worships the Pravian cult, or how about just Pravus, as their god and master. 116,000 points. Actually, we'll just say I'll round it up to 117. 216 days, 20% pure progress, and 3 stars. That's not half bad. So yeah, this is pretty fun. I don't think that I would take this scenario super seriously, so balance doesn't actually matter as much as just the fun of actually seeing, you know, my Discord channel having an impact, technically, in the Plague Inc. community. That is pretty darn funny. Transmissions are good, I like that. Symptoms, rearranging it and stuff is fine for balancing reasons. I think that you could, you know, benefit from adding in some custom descriptions and stuff, but that's just for future work. If you plan on revisiting this and continuing, if not, hey, that's perfectly fine, honestly. I'm just having a lot of fun with this, so yeah, you're good. Of course I'll say that I liked that. Cool, thank you all very much for watching. I do hope that you enjoyed. If so, then be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.